So hi everybody, it is Erin and I am working on another project for CHA 2017 for Paper House Productions. This is the One Big Happy Family kit and the collection, and I am going to make a layout, a 12 by 12 layout with this collection. So since it's One Big Happy Family and we happened to take some family pictures this past summer, these are my kids and this is my husband and I, and the kids were all wearing reds and stuff and the colors really did not go with this color line, but I loved the picture. So instead I went with a sepia color. I do think though I am going to go back and kind of tweak this photo a little bit and make us a little bit darker of a blue color shirt to kind of go along with this, either that or switch it to sepia as well. I haven't decided. Regardless, what I did is I went ahead and cut these pictures down, and I believe I cut them to exactly 3 by 3. So I know I want to work with this size of photo, and sometimes I'll do that. I may print a practice photo or I may print a tester photo, but I know that's the size I want to be with, and then I may go ahead and put a new one on just in case I end up scratching or messing it up or something. And I can print at the house, so it's no big deal. If I only have a single photo that I'm working with because it was the only one that was printed or it was given to me or something like that, then what I might do is go ahead and cut out a piece that would fit for the size that I want to work with, or just work with the mat and then play with where it is, and the last thing that's going to go on is the photo, so I don't smear it or damage it or get ink on it or cut it by accident and just kind of set it off to the side. So find the ways to work with it. On this particular collection, we have a ton of different papers to work with. As you can see, they're all here, and I did have an unboxing where I went through every single one of these, and you can take a look at the iCard up on the corner for the full details on that. But here is the sticker sheet, and there's some stuff that talks specifically about, like an aunt and sisters and stuff like that, but I'm mostly going with the words for family, kind of sticking with that theme. So that's why I kind of like this idea of the One Big Happy Family. And then there's all these fun cards here too. So there's this card, and they're all backed, or there's frames. And so I was debating playing with the feeling because there's some frames. So this is a frame. Let me see if I can find some of the other ones that are true frames. That might be the only true frame one. But there's also this where it's framed like that. I think that was it for the actual frame pieces. And then some of these, like for instance, family is forever. So, I layer. I always layer. And some of this I think I'm going to speed up a little bit for you because I don't know where I'm going with it yet. But see, look, I can easily do this, and it fits a 3 by 3 beautifully, just like that. And then I thought maybe I could do the kids like this. So that's one place I thought I might go with that. That looks pretty good, actually. And the overlay fits the kids really cute. And instead of doing them exactly, I might kind of cascade it down a bit. I love the family is forever, but I don't like the wood on wood. I don't know if I like this particular background. So let me play with the backgrounds a bit. Ooh, I like that better. Okay. I think we got a winner here. I do lots of little fiddling and tweaking because I'm never happy with what I'm kind of putting together. I may end up going ahead and gluing this, except I think I am still going to change this color. It's a little too off color. And I love the fact that because I've got boys and girls, I like the color variety here. So I'm going to kind of work with that. I like the word family on there. I could easily tuck that up somewhere. I love putting a sheet on the back side, and so what I'm going to go ahead and do is trim this down. I just like the look of the layers. Maybe it's become kind of a trademark for me. It almost looks plain to me when I don't add that layer. So what I do is I take my paper trimmer and I cut off anywhere from 1/4 to 1/2 to maybe even a full inch, depending on how big of a grade I want. I'll always start smaller because I can always add more. So I'm going to do 1/2 inch, and I take 1/2 inch off of one side. I flip it 90 degrees, take 1/2 inch off of the other side, just like this. And therefore it's 1/4 inch all the way around. And the background paper I put this on is a 12 by 12, and so when it's all said and done, it is a full 12 by 12. Now I want to decide, do I want to have the paper go this way? And I kind of like that. Kind of like the look that it's going across the page, almost looks like it's an arrow. So then it's leading your eyes, and you know what? I might go ahead and print this picture in sepia because that blue is just not working, but I know it's there. And so the arrow going across the page is kind of leading you to go from the family photo here, or of my husband and I, to the kids here. And then I might tuck this little thing in that says family. So we're kind of creating a little bit of a staircase here. And I can easily cut pieces of this off too. I don't want to cover this up. Well, I might just completely just put this over top. And it's got the word family, because it's cutting my husband's head off. So I kind of like it a little bit layered there. Oh, this is upside down though. This is supposed to go like this, like a little picture frame that's hanging. Ha ha. See, this is why I don't glue anything down right away, and I just kind of keep looking at it. So now I'm going to add some fun layers, and I like this pattern here, and I'm just going to start tucking in layers. I'm a layering kind of girl. I might do this. I might layer this guy up here. And then we can put the family. So we have the word family kind of being used. And I'm using diagonal, if you notice. I'm going to have to add, I want to add a strip of some kind. So I'm going to go ahead and add the strip and the feathers and see how I like it. One thing about this particular kit is you get 2 of every color, so that's really cool. I like that. So I'm going to add the strip in, let's do a 3.5. Again, if I don't like the size, I can always come back and redo it. I might add some more white to this, and then I'm going to end up inking everything anyway. Starting to get there. Now, there's a whole bunch of really cool little words and stuff on here. I'm kind of avoiding all of the orangey color, and I'm just kind of going in a different direction with it. I'm going to go ahead and cut this out because I know I want to use pieces of that. I have little swirls and stuff, and I'm just kind of playing right now to see if they're going to work. Downfall of the layers when you don't layer them down. They tend to shift on you. So along the sides of the papers, as you can see, they're already, a lot of the papers are set up to be kind of like a Project Life kind of paper, and some of them even have some very neutral colors. I think I'm going to pull that one out as well. But I love these 2 little banners right here, so I'm going to yank both of them and add them in to our layout. I'm going to go ahead and tack this guy to here. I'm just going to add a tiny bit of adhesive at the top and the bottom, just right here, and just go ahead and tack this down just to get it done. So that way it's out of my way, kind of no longer in my frame of mind of it's constantly moving around. It's one less piece that's movable. I think I'm also going to go ahead and tack down the family to this corner. So I know I want to put this right center. And when I recut this, I can cut the picture a little bit bigger so it's not so small on here. But I don't want to put it on his head. So I know I got to tack it down right here. So I'm just going to go ahead. The F is just, that's what I'm using as my guide here. Top and up and down, it's going to be the same. It's just a little bit off-centered. So the family, I'm kind of lining it up with that F right now. Because the F is the one that's going to get lined up. Right there. It just kind of hides it a little bit. There we go. And I may go back and eventually put a little, I might do that now. A little bit of adhesive just to give it a little more stability. Right in here. So it's kind of getting hidden now, and it's got 2 different places where it's getting stuck on. And I'm going to end up inking everything, and I think I'm going to pick an ink color that's very close to this dark blue to kind of bring that blue back out again. Because I really like that. There's just some little small hints of the blue. It's not super obvious. It's not in your face. And it'll just kind of add that extra little oomph that we need to make kind of the layout pop a bit more. If I change the color of the shirts to this dark blue, then this picture is going to pop out more than the kid's picture, and that's not what I want. I want the picture of both of us to be standing out just as much as the other. So I'm going to go ahead and put this little guy right here. I don't know if I'm liking the color of that. Yeah, I just don't know if I'm going to do the swirl. You know, sometimes you pull something out and you kind of play with it and then go, no, it's not what I like. It's not where you want it to go. So, adding in these. I like this. It kind of fills in this space right here. It's adding a little, there's like an empty space. So I went ahead and printed out. I know it's not exactly the same color, and I'm actually kind of okay with that. I don't want it to be too terribly matchy-matchy. I just want to kind of get a feel for how the picture fits. I cut it a little bit bigger this time so it would fit inside the frame. And there it is. I like that. They're a little bit different, and I like the fact that they're different because the tonality inside the woodworking here is different. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this down too. Kind of clean off the little acrylic now. Make sure that's not coming off. All right. Now, I went ahead and found a blue chalk. This is called Cornflower from Brutus Monroe. And I'm going to go ahead and ink everything up. And I think I'm going to go ahead and start putting down my background pages together and start kind of assembling a little bit. It's not exactly, it's a little bit of a brighter blue, but I'm okay with that. It's bringing in another brightness of tone to all of it. So I'm going to go ahead and speed this up and ink everything. Alright, so one thing you probably already noticed is that I've tried out some splatter. This is where I kind of tested the ink colors to see how I liked it. And then I also, because this is the exact same matching, this is cornflower and cornflower, so the ink drops are going to be the same, and I tested it on here just to see how I liked it. I liked the darker color of the blue, but I didn't have a blue. So that's why I went ahead and inked up the edges quite a bit. Now I'm going to go through and I'm going to add, oops, lost my sticky. My background page, make sure I flip it the correct way, and I am going to add some splatters to this. So you just add some blue in the background. Do I like that? You know what, I really don't. So I'm going to recut a new background page. Alright, so I really wasn't liking the blue that I made. I like this better. And now I'm going to add some splatters, and I'm thinking about where my words are, and I have the diagonal going this way, so I'm just going to add a few splatters here and there, kind of in the spaces where you're going to see it, and you may not even see all of this, and that's okay. Kind of air dry it for a second here to kind of dry up so it doesn't smear. I don't want full out mist on here. And now we're going to add our next layer. And I'm cool that it's a little bit shorter. I kind of like that. Make sure my feathers are facing the correct direction. And now I'm going to relayer. I'm going to make sure I like the setup that I've got in my head of where I want it to go. See, now you can see where I put the splatters. There's no point in putting anything right here because it's just going to get covered up. I think I'm going to put the two greens further away from each other, the two ones that have green words, just to kind of spread them out. And then now if I like the way that these guys are sitting, what I can do now, because I'm going to add some fun stickers and things and kind of play with where I want to have some other little doodads, because I'm nowhere near done yet, I'm just getting the bones started, is I can go through and I can layer it up and glue some things down. So instead of pulling it off and not having it where I wanted it to be, and then now that I've got that piece there, go ahead and layer this guy up. That's the way I had it, this guy on top. So I gotta put this, I gotta finagle, I gotta put this guy down first. So I'm just gonna pick up the top. Now that one's there. This is my quick way of making sure, because I precisely lay everything down. I don't want to mess it up. I lay it down, pick it up, reformulate it. Oops, and I got some ink on that too. It's okay. It comes off the plastic, the acetate, pretty good. And now I'm going to push these down. I'm not going to push them down and set them until I'm happy with where they're at. So one of the other things is that some of the inks, they come off with alcohol, so you could get a little bit of rubbing alcohol on your, just a little paper towel or something to clean that up. All right, so now I've got the bones of my layout down. Everything is stuck except for the little pieces. Now is when I can go in and start adding in some fun pieces. I know I want these guys here. And I don't like keeping everything super in line because then it looks, if I mess it up a little bit, it looks like I didn't know what the heck I was doing. So when I stagger it, I like it a little bit better. It makes it look like I didn't mess it up in some way. And I'm just loving these little birds. Somehow I'm just thinking that these are just the most adorable little birds. I think I want to have one guy sit right here. And I want to have another little bird, you know, kind of over here, sitting up here. I like the feel of it. It just kind of, I don't know, blends in. And now that I've got some of the other blue tones, this blue doesn't look so different and odd. And I also love these little butterflies. So I'm going to add, I'm just pulling things off the sticker sheet right now. So I'm just embellishing from the sticker sheet. And there's 3 little butterflies that all are in the color schemes. Again, I'm not pulling anything that's in that orangey color, just because I think I want to use a lot of that orangey color in something else. So maybe have our little butterflies kind of flying off in the breeze. You angle them. There was one other butterfly, but I don't think I'm going to use that one. I love this love, 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 love. And I was debating putting it right here, which means I can pick up my little bird and I can have my bird sitting on the love sign and kind of cover up that little corner. So the bird's sitting on the love, and this guy is pulling up. So I have to add a little bit of adhesive right here, and hopefully my love, since I put that sticker on top, I can run an entire band of glue on here to hold the acetate down. And now it doesn't look so funny. Now, if any of my other little pieces, because I've been pulling them up and stuff, have problems, I can always go back and just add a little bit of a wet adhesive to that to kind of fix it. All right, so where else am I going to add some fun stuff? I love these 2 circles, but they just don't quite go. Ooh, but you know what? We have all these fun circles. All right, so the paper from the feathers already has these little circles on them. And so I can pick 2 circles and put them right here that I can put. I love these guys because that looks really cute next to this. I think I'm gonna do these 2. I love these guys and love lives here. So I'm gonna go in and cut into them. There's 2 birds on here that have corks. There's actually 3. There's the pink, there's the blue, and there's the white. And I think I want to have them going both the same direction. So I'm gonna do the pink and the white. Alright, so just went ahead and cut them out, and you just gotta do your best. This is part of the other reason why I love to ink things, is because it kind of covers up all your boo-boos in a lot of ways. Because you're never gonna get a perfect circle when you try and cut a circle. And that's okay. You're gonna do as best as you can. And then inking also will help these kind of pop out from what they're sitting on. They kind of hide where they're at right now. This will just help them kind of go, ooh, ta-da. Whoops, that's really dark. I don't know if I like that super dark. Might have to pull the other bird because that's really bugging me. So instead of making everything so flat, I'm going to take some of these little pop dots and pop up these little circles I just cut out. And I am going to put 2 on each so they don't get too wobbly looking. So I'm just going to flip them over and stick a couple of each of these little pop dots on the back of all of the circles and then stick them down. Now, I did pull out these little enamel dots here. I'm going to do something with them. I'm going to line 3 down. Actually, I'm going to do it over here. I'm going to do 3 over here. Just kind of hide because it's on the colors that they kind of match with. Just kind of line them up as best as you can. And you can do this with all kinds of stuff. It's just adding a little something. It's having your eye kind of get drawn into phasing. Same with the arrows. The whole point of doing little things here is it's kind of drawing your eye across. There's one last little thing is I need to put our date on here so that way when I come back to it I know where it is. I think I'm going to write the date right there, and I'm going to just do this in black. I think I don't have a good blue pen that's going to match really well, so we're just going to do it in black. So I think all I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and add in just the date, and it was in 2016. I think this was in July of 2016, so I'm just going to write July. just right there, just something right there. I didn't want to add it in the corner. Now I know what the date is. Very just kind of low key, and I think I'm at the done point. I'm liking it. Sometimes you just kind of have to step back and go, okay, are we there? Are we not? So thanks so much for stopping by and enjoying me making. It's not a super fancy layout. It's just a very clean cut, almost just what I would call an easy breezy layout in a lot of ways. I really wanted a nice clean cut and really showing off the picture. So thanks so much. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Welcome to my 1500 giveaway. I'm giving away 4 different Bridges Monroe mini chalk ink sets to lucky winners who subscribe to my channel. All I need you to do is go to the video linked here, which is and then just leave a comment that you would like to win. And if you're a new subscriber, please say that, or if you're a returning subscriber, well, let me know. That's it. Thanks so much. Bye.